Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Are we live? It looks like we're live. Hey, what's up? Do we have sound? We got sound. All right. Hey, what's up? I am Kevin Lemire, and this is my work day. So I started a couple hours ago, got busy, and was like, you know what? I need to stay on track today, as I do every day. So, do I look okay? I look good. All right. So I'm going to just live stream and just see where this goes, man. Just because I got a lot of stuff to do. I'm not going to show everything on the screen, of course, because that would be weird. But when I do, it'll kind of look like this. You have to let me know. I think it's weird for me to be on the right side like that. I'm going to move myself over like so. And so yeah, so I'm not going to show everything on the screen, but I will occasionally dip you guys in. If anybody shows up in the chat, thank you for stopping by. I don't know if I'm going to make a series out of this or not. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. But my idea is exactly what this says, photography, gaming, and rambling. So that's what I do, man. If I'm going to stream anything, it's going to be that. It's going to be photography, it's going to be gaming, and it's going to be just me just rambling. Um, so yeah, that's kind of it. You know what we need? You know what we need? I know what we need. I think that we need some background music. So I shall start some. And the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to open a different web browser so that I completely confuse myself. That's not the intent here. Anybody else use multiple web browsers? Let me know in the comments, what is your favorite web browser? Let me know. I'm super interested to know, what web browser are you using? I'm trying out a new one. I'll be honest with you. So I currently have installed on my Mac. I currently have Safari, of course, because everybody has Safari, right? I also have um, I have DuckDuckGo. Okay. I have Chrome, Google Chrome. I have Firefox, and I am trying out a new one called Arc. It's ARC. You might be interested in Arc. It's a Google Chrome clone. It's a but it does really cool things. I really like it so far. Um, but I'm gonna go to another YouTube page, and let's just see. I want to turn on a couple of hours of good background music. So let's search for copyright free streaming background music. What are we in the mood for? Let's say, I don't know. Let's get some rock. How about that? See if there's any rock. Hmm. They immediately come up with stuff that is definitely copyrighted. Dark wave, gothic, cyberpunk. I mean, let's see what this sounds like. Now, can you guys hear that? No, you guys can't hear that. Hang on. Okay, I can get along with this. Let's do OBS. Kind of loud. How about that? Is that good? I think that's probably good. I don't want it to be like super loud in the background, but we'll just kind of keep it going. You know, we'll see what happens. Swap this over here. Oh, no, I'm not. It doesn't work that way. Okay. All right, we're good. So, doing things on the fly. If anybody's interested in how I'm streaming and all that, let me know, man. I can show you that in a different thing. But for now, the workday has started, and I need to get started. So, got my quick controls set up right here. That's good. I can see you guys. If you chat, you're going to be right there on that screen. I'm just going to say hello to the chat. So, hello, chat. Ask me anything within reason. All right. Got a notification. Let's see what that is. Okay. So, I may stream for a couple hours today. No promises. This is a 10-hour mix, so I got plenty of time on the background music because that's what's really important here. What I'm going to do though is I'm going to get started here on my workday. So I think what's important to recognize with all this is that there's no rhyme or reason. So if you're here and you're like, man, what's Kevin doing? Man, there's no telling, because again, there's no rhyme or reason here. Get this set up the way I need it. There we go. How can I move that down, please? Yay. Scene transitions, that can go right in that box right there. Scenes, sources, scene transitions, kind of all goes together, right? There we go. Oh, nice. See, I've got this all set up. So over here is what I just did. So this is my streaming software. It's called OBS. And right here, this is all the cool stuff that I get. I've got like stuff kind of set up. So anyway, I'm not going to show you a whole lot of that, but those are scenes that I have set up. So I got to get to work. And one of the things that I wanted to do first was kind of show you guys kind of how I create some random stuff. Not everything, but just random stuff. So let's open a new tab here. Yeah, this is an AI generated background that I created. I'm going to create another one, and so I want to show you what that looks like. So what I'm wanting here is a cyber. Hold on, let's go image, and we want to create a cyberpunk desktop in an underground nondescript location with blue and with about neon lights and LED lighting. There are 2 large screens on the desktop, as well as a keyboard with lighted keys and I don't know, a mouse. See what kind of mouse it thinks. On the wall, there is a large TV with code on the screen. Let's just go all out. Also on the desk is a coffee maker, a lamp, a future and other office Necessities. How do you spell that? I don't know. Gotta change it here. Necessities. There we go. Let's just say we don't want it in that. We want it in a 16:9 because it's going to be our background. I think that's fine. I don't care about a style right now. I'm going to let it kind of come up with its own style. And oh, this is Creo 1. Do we want to use Creo 1 or do we want to use something more like we could use Flux? But this one's best for photorealism, I think. So let's go with this way. Let's just see what it comes up with. Ooh, liking this already. Look at these guys. Oh, I like that one. The multiple up. That one's really good, actually. Oh, it looks really good. Okay. Let's say give us variations of that. Here we go. Here we go. Okay. Which one do we like best? I like the light under the keyboard on the left one. I really do. I really like that. Sorry, I'm touching this. Oh. I don't know if you can hear that when I accidentally touch my mic, but sorry if you can. So vary. Let's vary that one again. We can always go back to it. I like the one with the images better, but this one doesn't have the light up keyboard. Vary one more time on this one. Just see what we get. Yeah. Oh, here's a good one. So it's got like a picture on one side, that on the other. Let's upscale this one. We'll download it. And then I'll change out the thumbnail. We'll have a cool new thumbnail. Awesome. Hey, we got good stuff going. I hope this is going public. I don't know if it's going out public or not. So if you've never used Krea, if you're a creator and you've never used Krea, Krea is awesome. Krea.ai. Credits are pretty cheap, and it does a really good job of creating things that you can use. So now we've got this. So let's download. See how clean this is? This is great. This is really good. So this is in Arc. So one of the things Arc does is, as a web browser, is it renames things automatically. So if you can see here, this is in my downloads file. So this is stuff that I've already created, the Workday, this background that you've probably already seen. So this is what I created. Now it had a different name, whatever Krea was trying to name it. And so Arc automatically renames it and says, oh, this is image from Krea. So that's cool. So I'm going to call it the Workday V1.1. And then we're going to just come over here to Photoshop. Set it like that. We're going to drag that on there, and this should be, oh, nice. Okay. See, we're creating things here. We'll get rid of that one. We'll turn this white, maybe, or a nice, maybe a blue would go good here. Yeah, let's do a nice blue, nice bright blue, and then we'll put it up here. Yeah. I don't know if I like that, actually. Maybe it should just be in front of everything. What y'all think? Anybody? Nobody's on, so it's fine. Got one view. It's probably myself. All good. Let's go in and create a, let's put a gradient over it. Makes it kind of stand out a little bit. Let's do an outer glow. I don't want a pink outer glow. How about a little, like a reddish glow? It's like hard light. That's fine. Give it a little spread there. Looks pretty good. Yeah. We got the nice overlay going. Let's put a stroke border on it. Ooh, why was stroke so thick? That's weird. Put a little white stroke on it. Makes it stand out from the background a little bit. And then let's go here, and for this one, why can I not select this? Hello, what are we doing? Okay, that was goofy, guys. For this one, we're just going to do like a black stroke around the edge, a little bit thicker, not that thick, maybe 3 pixels. That sounds good. It needs to be center, because that's the way. I like it. And just for good measure, we'll do an outer glow on this one too. I want to go to the blue on this. To the blue, just something light to kind of fit in with this background here. I like that. Yeah, that kind of stands out good. You like that? You like that? Good. Glad you like it. We're gonna say save as, just so I can go back to the first one if I want to. Version 1.1 is in the books, and I'll move that later. But now that's done. Hey, something else I was working on. All right, so I am going to get to work. I'll kind of, cue you guys in as I come to stuff. I don't really have anything right now that's pressing. Actually, I do have something. So I need to create a cool background. Right now, because the other day I took pictures and I need to create a background for it. So let's go create a background. Create some team pictures. If I can find where I'm working on these, because I changed it and I put it in a template file, and that's fine. There we go. All right, so now I can share this again with you. Guess who this is? This is the University of Tennessee color guard. Awesome. Pride of the Southland. Never before seen images, so if you watch this live, you get to see this. I'll probably delete this later. They haven't even seen this yet. And now I need to create a background. I do have some background files. Stuff that I've already created, templates and stuff. In fact, let me go see if anything in there would work. So that'd be a lot easier. Got that. I've got a cool checkered background. Yeah, let me see if this will work. So I'm going to open this in a different Photoshop layer. This is so that I can put the backgrounds together. I kind of like this, but I need it in a different format, of course. So what I'm going to do, I can just grab that for now. See if it scales the way I want it to. I don't think it's going to. I did that. That was weird. Just go over here and just drop. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. I like that. That's not terrible. Bring this all the way back here. I don't know why it looks like they're sitting up on this platform. It's kind of funky, huh? Let's unlock our background there. Why did we group that? That was weird. Let's bring it up, and then we can create kind of a hard light and pull this back where we want it. Ooh, why do we have this going on? Weird. So I've got an original background somewhere, and it includes the smoke and effects and stuff that you see there. We're gonna have to find that. Or I can just recreate it, because we were just doing that Go back to create a new one, and let's say checkerboard. Let's say grunge checkerboard with white and orange squares. The orange should be FF8200 color in a 16:9 format. It doesn't need to be. It needs to be like a 4:3. Do that. That'd be awesome. Let's see what it comes up with. There we go. You just got to give it the right information. I don't like that. Maybe I should give it more. Vary. See what it comes up with. I could give it more information and be like, hey, I want this to be, 100 checkers or something. A grunge checkerboard. Background for a composite image. There needs to be 10 rows of checkerboard. Let's see what it does. Okay, this one's getting there. Ooh, I like this. This is awesome. Yes, vary that, please. It's almost like sticky notes, but I like the three-dimensionality of that. This is good. This one's good. So vary this one. We're coming up with something good for this background. Check this out. Okay. Checkerboard. Wall. Background. Wall. Image. The wall has tiles that look like they are coming off slightly. How about realistic wall? See what happens. It's using credits, okay? So you can see how many credits Cree is using, and then like it tells you that is light and dark. It tells you 10% compute units used. So for the month, that's all I've used. This is kind of getting there. A large checkerboard style. Just gonna say orange squares. See what we come up with. I want there to be a bunch more squares. It's not doing what I want. So we're going to start a brand new prompt and paste that in, and let's see where we get with it. Let's see if it's different. So something large grunge checkerboard style wall background. The wall has small tiles. Let's go there. There we go. We're getting more. More. Ooh, look at that. That's cool. Show me variations of this. But there needs to be. I think the large was throwing it off. No, and now we're not doing good things again. We're off the beaten path. So the grunge style checkerboard, grunge checkerboard style wall, grunge checkerboard wall. Wow, talk about hundreds. Ooh, that's getting there. Yeah, give it to me again. Hit me again. Nah, I want something like this. See where we're at now. We're at 15 already. I don't use this every day, guys. This is, you can see how often I use this because I'm really not that good at prompts. Okay, so I don't think that's gonna work. So we're gonna abandon this, and I think I'm gonna make. None of these really are floating. Close. But yeah. Try one more time. It's like it heard me. It's giving me more things to keep me in the loop now. Yeah. That's okay. It's not the end of the world. So I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, let's go back here. So let's dump and bring that black back up. I'm gonna go in and grab a template that I think I can work with. If I got a decent football template that might have a good background for me to. Why football, you say? Well, that's what the band does. You didn't know that. Come on, give me something good. You know, if I had something. If I had something that was like just a field, I think it would work fine. And I have one. I just can't put my hands on it. Do some deep looking here. Oops. I was importing some stuff on that other screen. So hang on just a second. Let me go see if I can find this template. And then we'll get this rolling. I do have some like neon stuff. Bokeh. None of those are going to really work. Like stadium lights in the background. You know, that might be the thing to do. I'll just put huge stadium lights in the background. See what that looks like. because nobody's gonna know where these are from anyway. Okay, I'll bring you guys back in. So what I'm gonna do here, now that I've got this kind of where I want it, I want these really big. I'm gonna bring them behind this top row. Yeah. And then I'm gonna create right on top of this. I'm gonna create a nice big gradient. Let's bring our whole down, straight down. Okay. Need the gradient to be above them, of course. So let's drag that up to the top. There we go. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Now this background can go away. Actually, no, it can go away. That's with changing that. I've found one of the easiest ways to get what I want. And if you didn't know, FF8200 is the exact right color. Basically, what I like to do, see, I want to change the color here. I don't want it like so drastic. Let's go there, and then I can bring the opacity down. One of the best things to do to change color of backgrounds. So stadium lights, that was in blue, you know, this weird teal hue. I don't really like that. So I changed it. Cheers. Drink some Joe. Cold. Oh, that's harsh. Okay, we're good. Okay, but I don't like them looking like they're floating here. So I'm going to bring up this gradient a little larger. And then we're going to make it look not awkward. At the bottom, we're going to put a nice stripe. We'll do this kind of like so. Use that recently used color. And I have a paper tear somewhere. Paper tear. Dang it. You can't ever find stuff when you need it, you know? To deal with that, huh? What's a big idea? Textures. Borders. Torn. Yeah, this will be it. So, rotate that. So when you're rotating stuff, guys, you start the rotation and then hold down shift and it will lock into these nice even places. So it locks at 30, 45, 60, 75, 90. Just makes it super easy. So you don't end up here trying to do this weird thing. Just hold it down and it'll lock. So now that I've messed it up, you just Control Z to fix that crap. Now I like this. I'm gonna resize this. I'm just looking at this bottom edge here. I just need it to go this far over the edge. Yep. Bring it to like. I need it to be wider because there's a vignette on this one. Should grab the other one. Okay. Make the layers. And I'm going to select that. And then come in here and do this. Forget how I did this last time, actually. Oh, I have to select this one, hold down Control, and then come up here and mask that. There we go. And then make this a pass through. How did I do that last time? There we go. So multiply. Multiply works. Play doesn't. It's hard to remember which one worked from the last time. Yeah, multiply works. Look at that. That's cool. All right, so we got that nice little torn edge going on. I can make that, you know, a little stripe if I want. And then what I'm going to do is duplicate. No, duplicate both of those. And then while I've got both of them selected, I'm going to rotate. And then just drag and drop that where I want. Oh, it didn't rotate. That was weird. You guys saw me do that, right? I'll bring it over here. Yeah, that's what it should have done. That's what I was expecting it to do, and it just didn't do it. That was kind of goofy. And now we can drag this down, and it'll be a nice torn edge like that. Perfect. And let's flip it so that it doesn't. I don't want it the same top and bottom. You know what I mean? All right. And now that we've done that, we'll combine all of these layers by selecting them all and hitting Control E. And then I'm just going to hold Shift while I spread them. I don't like that they're not touching, so I'm going to Control Z. I need to shift these up so that they cover that. I want one. One solid piece. You know what I mean? It's not going to do it. And the reason it's not going to do it is because there was a doggone line. Why there was a line there, I don't know. But we can fix it by doing this. And that covers it. Good, good, good. Now all we got to do is come back and select all 5 of these now. And Control E. Dear. Is it because there's a border? Properties. Yeah, so there shouldn't be a stroke. And stroke off. That's what happened. Fees, no stroke. And properties. It's because I was doing a stroke on the previous thing. Okay, that looks great. Now, just wasting time here. Now we want to make this bigger. Very cool. Yeah, that's gonna be good. All right, and then we'll fade it just a little bit. We don't want it like super obvious. A little too big. Not showing me live what I'm doing, and that always bothers me. Oh, there we go. wanted something to make it darker. To do this. Let's don't do that. Let's do solid color, put a black layer over top of it, confine it to just that layer, and then we can change the opacity of that, and then it doesn't change. Like it darkens that line up, but it doesn't change the opacity of the line, because that's what we don't want to do. We still want the line there. Okay. So this lets us have a place to write something. Okay. So I think I want to make it bigger now that I've got it that size. Now I'm gonna say I want to change it. All right. So we're gonna have to slice it and dice it. So I want to grab this section of it and I'm gonna copy and paste. Yep, that's fine. Let's make a group, and we're gonna call this group. We're gonna call this group that way I can refer back to it later. And we just want to color fill over the top of the group, and then that way it all stays the same. Now I can grab this other layer and drag it down to where I want it. I think I want it down there. So I wanted a wider line, but I did not want to have that weirdness going on. Okay, that's fine. Then we're going to come in here and we're going to mask. And we're going to mask this area and do a that makes a cool little line there. That's cool. I'll keep it. And then now we can type inside of here. So this is going to say University of Tennessee. We'll worry about centering it later because we're going to choose a font and all that. University of Tennessee, Pride of the Southland, marching band. Do I want 3 lines? Do I have to do 3 lines? I guess so. Which is fine. So that doesn't need to be here. Maybe on top of everything. So I'm going to grab this. Now I can grab this whole thing. I can make this whole thing a little bit bigger. And let's invert it. I want that line below. That looks good. We're looking good. So the way you would center this, I don't know of a better way to do this. If somebody knows, leave it in the comments. But I think this is the easiest way to center it. You're going to click on the layer that you want. So I just want the text to be perfectly centered. And then Control A. And then it opens these up. So you can just hit center. And it just centers it. So easy. You don't have to drag it left and right and look for the little spot and, whatnot. Okay, I don't like that this is changing, not this. the color fill is changing the hue. That's better. Okay. And then on this, let's change. What should we go with? Something simple. I mean, we don't want like a script or anything. That'd be terrible. How about college? Look at that. That actually doesn't look very bad. Is it readable? It is. Should it be in black? I don't think so. I don't. I don't know that I like it, honestly. Let's let's uh let's pick something else. Could do something like that. I don't like it. That's very readable. That's even more readable. I like that. That looks really nice. And the T almost looks like a power T. It almost does. Really close. So one of the things that I need to do now is I need some logos. Okay, so we're going to come back over here and say University of Tennessee color guard logo. Let's just see if there's something out there. I seriously doubt that there is. Yeah, they have a band logo, I know. Yeah, so we could use something like this. I like this. How large this is. Or is it a PNG? Let's see. Open image in new tab. Logo copy too. Let's just see what it saves us. Oh, it's a JPEG. That's not gonna work. JPEGs are hard to deal with. So we need a PNG. That's fine. Let's come over here to tools and say large size. And we immediately got rid of logos. Okay, so let's go type. Transparent. If that'll give us some PNGs. This is probably going to be exactly where we need to be for our power T if we want to put a power T on there. Let's just see. Yeah, I think it's going to work. Open image in new tab. If that is PNG, perfect. It says .svg.png. That's not possible. That's okay. Yeah, so that's an actual PNG. So that'll work. Okay, so the Southland Band, whatever. That's super weird to say it like that. How about University of Tennessee? Part of the Southland Band logo. Let's see if we can get a. Nope. Where was it? There must not be any. Oh, there we go. Transparent. they put that up as a PNG? No. That'd be too easy. I'm fine with what we have. I would really, really like that. Let's see if we can just do this. Narrow it down a little bit. That's there. We found out that that was not what we needed. That says Tennessee Bands, which is not exactly, I mean, we want the logo. Oh, well, I can ask Stuart for it. I can ask Dr. Stewart. Will send it to me, I'm sure. Because we're doing stuff that's actually official. So this is old. This is the new. Yeah. Okay. That's fine. We're not going to worry about that for now. Let's go back over here to Photoshop. And we'll grab our download of Tennessee logo. That's great. Look at that. Man, PNGs work so well. Look at how this is perfect. There's good, you know? And I think, I mean, so the reason this doesn't look the same is I've got the color fill on it. And if I take the color fill off, you can tell it's exactly, so the color fill is darkening this layer, which gives us you can't see the T because the color fill comes off. And it's exactly the same color. So that's how we know we are the right color, because that T just completely disappears. But maybe what we need to do is change the T maybe to a white T to match. So now that looks really nice. If I can get the other logo, I'd like to have it over here, but I think that works. And to put 2025 over here, or maybe drag the Tennessee logo over here and put 2025 on the left. How about that? That might be the ticket. Let's do this, and we'll put 2025 on this side. Sometimes it'll tell you if you're the same distance from the other side, but it doesn't. And that's close enough. We're not going to split hairs about it. I like that. That looks pretty good, actually. Sorry about the yawn. See if we can make them bigger without going over our 8x10 mark. Yeah. Now let's spread them a little bit, because I want the rows spread just a little. So 1, I'm going to move down. 2, I'm going to leave the same. 3, we're going to move up. And 4, we're going to move up. Okay. And then let's go a little bit further apart. So 1, let's come down a little bit more. There we go. 2, 3, and 4. And then the only thing I don't like is, like, behind them, I want it to just be either black or like a gray. So probably what I'm going to do, I want this to be 100% hardness. Let's go with a nice gray color. Maybe we do want it black, or at least darker than that. We can always bring it back out if we don't like the black. Bring it black and then pull it down a little bit. And then the other thing that I like to do is let's add a nice drop shadow on each one of these layers, so we can just come down and click drop shadow. I lit them from the left, so we're going to do from the left. And then so that we can see it, I want to see the drop shadow first and see like how far away this shadow is going. Okay. Because I want to cast shadow on the people behind without it being like super awkward. So right in there, maybe. Give a little spread. There we go. And now let's back the shadow down because we don't want it like super harsh. So no shadow, shadow. We want it less than that, about 40. And then I think the spread's a little too much. There. We're just looking at the first row. Because what we're going to do is we're going to save that. And then we're just going to option on a Mac. Whatever that key is on a PC. Hit that. Because I don't know what it is. So you're just going to come over to effects and drag it to the next one and see how it just copies the effect. And just drag and just drag. And that's if you want to do all effects. If I had multiple effects in there and I just wanted to do one, then I would just do it as one. But now you can see we've got this effect on each one of the rows. It does add this little bit out here. That's fine. Not gonna care about that much at all. But it gives them more dimensionality. Dimensionality, that's a word, right? A yawn again. I think it looks fine. Fine, not perfect. So we're gonna do a little bit more here. This horizontal line. I want all of this. All of this to be in. Nope, not that. All this to be in a group. And this will be overlay. Yeah, that's just on them. As long as it's not affecting their faces, I'm fine with that. And I should probably bring it down because now we're gonna bring the whole guard's gonna come down. We're gonna bring all of them down. There we go. And then the whole overlay is gonna come down too. There we go. Now we're doing something good. Now we're doing something good. Some more orange in the background. Let's get a lot of orange in the back. Actually, let's back it down a little bit, and then we're gonna add some smoke, guys. So we're gonna go into brushes, and we're gonna add some smoke. So let's get some neutral smoke here. I want to do it in this color. Actually, a little lighter maybe. There we go. That's got to be behind that. There we go. So this is black behind guard. And then I could label all these smoke. I'm not going to label them all smoke. I'm just going to, you'll see, I'm just going to add more smoke in here. Yeah. See, I like that look. And then I'm going to add a little bit of white smoke in. I don't want the same brush. I want it to be just a little bit different. There we go. Then let's rotate the brush right in there. That looks good. Oh, I clicked escape. Boom. Make it bigger. There we go. All right, so that's where we want that right in there. And then I'm going to make another one. And I like doing these like this so that I can make them completely editable. All right, so that looks good right there. I don't like that we've got a little peeking through back here. Is it just because? Yeah, there we go. That's fine. Just black it out. I'd rather it be blacked out. Anyway, maybe we need to move that layer down. Oof, don't like that. There we go. That's more better. Yeah, I said it. More better. What? Now let's do a soft white. Let's just do a nice big white blob behind them. Do this. I don't want it to be too crazy. Yeah. Hard light and bring it down. That way there's some like glow behind them. See? I like a little bit of that glow. I'm just gonna call that glow. There we go. Yeah, so that's we're getting to this point where I really like the way this is looking. A little bit of smoke action going on. Not a whole heck of a lot. I'm gonna let's add a little more smoke all the way in the back here. I think we could have a little bit of smoke around these lights. Yeah, that's gonna look awesome. A little bit of smoke going on. We can use the same brush as long as we're changing it up. You know what I mean? Because we don't want it to look the same. Gotta look a little bit different. A little wispy wisp of these. Okay. Rotate it. Yeah, see, because you can't tell that that's the same. Nobody can tell me that. Oh, that's the exact same thing coming off of that one. Nobody knows. Make this smaller. Here off of this one. Just to add a little bit of, you know, pizzazz. It's like there's smoke in the background. And then we're gonna change it just a little bit more, in fact. Yeah, see, that looks great. Add a couple more. Not that you can see those anyway. There we go. And then let's bring this one over here. Very cool. Okay, and then we're going to change that because I want it like the light is hitting the smoke. So it's going to be hard light, and then we're going to back it down a little bit. So it's just a nice effect, but it's not really taken away from, you know, the way things look. Sorry, I've got alarms set so that I can remember to leave on time. So that's looking good right there. We're going to keep that. The only thing I don't like is this light behind her is off. I mean, there's other lights that are off too, but you can tell. So what I might do is, let's see if we can reposition this, and we've got to grab all this smoke now that we created this smoke on the lights, you know. Can we reposition this to hide it? Yeah, doesn't look bad, right? See, problem solved. Okay, so we did something good. I don't have to keep that open. Don't save. Okay, guard pictures are ready to launch now. And so what we're going to do is save as a copy. Is it Photoshop beta? You have to do that unless you've changed the setting, and I haven't changed the setting yet. So we're going to get JPEG. 001 UT guard 2025. I'll call it UTK guard just because that's official. And that should be good. So save. I don't care if it's a big file, it's fine. Save this. And then I can upload it, and we'll be done. Done with the guard. Pretty good things today. I do still have to create. I just click Control W. I'm glad it didn't do anything, or Command W. Sorry. I'm glad it didn't do anything because I was not where I should have been. Anyway, let me get this uploaded really quick, and then we'll move on to something else. So, where are you? And then I'm going to set their gallery to launch. This is UTCar 2025. I'll give you a sneak peek. I'll give you a little sneak peek. All right, so I'm going to upload this one file. All right. Upload photo. And I put it here. No, I didn't. I put it in backgrounds, UT guard. There it is. We're going to upload that. Upload successful. And now we're going to tag everybody. Everybody. We're just tagging everybody really quick. Perfect. Update. Now it will show up on everybody's page. So if you go, you know, to like freshmen or whatever, it'll show up on everybody's page. So this is the guard photos for this year. I think they look really good. I do have a few more to add. They're the blackout photos, so I'm going to add those really quick. Because your boy forgot to put them in there. So let's go do that, actually. We'll keep that over here. And let's go into Lightroom. Lightroom, UT guard. Yeah, we need to like synchronize this really quick. There's 5,344 pictures that need to be synchronized. Do you want to synchronize them now? Yes, we actually do. Because for right now, it doesn't have everything we need in there. Yeah, so we've done good things. So we've created the little background for the guard pictures. I'm going to set those to launch tonight. They're basically getting like the Workday is going to be their advanced pay. So we are going to launch today at, let's say 7 p.m. Let's say 6 p.m. 6:30. 30? All right. Schedule. Because I can get the rest of the stuff that I have to do, I can get these done before I have to leave. And if I don't, I'll get them done when I get home. I think. All right, let me bring you guys back in the loop over here. Oops, wrong way. There we go. So Evoto actually did a really good job with the knockouts this time. So I've got those. The only thing I didn't do, let's see, let's go back here. The only thing I didn't do is sort out the black ones. So here's the black. And I think these look fantastic. I may see how I'm not gonna knock these out. This one, these can be knocked out. They can also be cropped. Like cropping these would make them really where we want them. And oh, okay. I was like, why is that not there? That's all we need to do. We just need to crop them. These are you know, not going to be something that everybody's going to want to share. And if anybody asks me for these, I'll give them to them, because I mean, these are probably not ones that people are going to be like, oh, I want an 8x10 of that. Nobody wants an 8x10 of this. This is just for social media's sake. Elizabeth, the only reason I kept so many of yours is because you're fantastic. She really did do good. Yeah, see, I do need to separate subject in this one. Let's see if will it find subject? Wow. I need to brighten her up while keeping the background. That'll work. Are there any others that I need to do? Really, this one. Let's do that. So, and this one will select background and darken it. I don't mind the background being there. I don't want it to look like, oh, you definitely messed that up. Because these are not worried about it being like perfect. Because these are just some fun ones. All right, let's see. I was thinking maybe some in the back section here. What did we do? Did we do subject select? We did. Okay, so let's subtract. I want to subtract this flag. Bam. That looks cool, doesn't it? Yeah, some of these are freaking awesome. I'm so glad we did these. Now, I don't know who most of these are. So I may have to sort these manually, but yeah. These are good. And I'm just gonna upload these as is. Okay. Those look good. Let's check these first ones again. I don't need to do anything crazy with them, but like this one, if we brighten her up and then go to the background and darken the background a little more. Yeah, that's fine. Just more separation is all I'm really wanting. There we go. That works. These actually have subject masking built into it. Oh, you can't see that. So when I do the copy and paste, I'm copying and they actually have the mask built into them. So I've obviously done this before. That one didn't, but once I apply it, it looks fantastic. Yeah, I think that's all it is. I just didn't apply it to all of the images anymore. There. Okay. Yep. I thought I saw a black rifle in there. And this ain't no coffee company. Select objects. I almost fixed it, but we've got to come in here and add select objects. There we go. Now it's fixed. You know what? Where was that girl with the flag? Where is that girl with the flag? There she is. We need to add object. If you're ever curious about, the mask, when you look at the mask up here, of course you can hover over it and it shows you. Red is the selection of the mask. But if you're ever curious, if you look at it, just remember white reveals and black conceals. So because I'm selecting an object, I'm going to select object add because I want to add a white over this. There it goes. Now it glows even more. And you can see how it changed the flag to white in the representation up there. That's good. Okay. All these are ready. I'm going to say export. I have presets set up that this kind of exports, just a full size file. But I have a preset set up for doing stuff like this. I don't want it to export as an actual full size. I need it at 5,000 on the long edge. I don't want it, to be a super large file. And so I'm going to say same folder as original folder, put in subfolder, final of dark mode. Add to this catalog. That's fine. It should export these pretty quick. And then I'll need to label them because they're not labeled yet. I can show you how I do that as well. So to do that, I use Photo Mechanic. If you've made it this far into this video, thank you. Thanks for hanging out with me. or rewatching or whatever you're doing. I might not leave this up for a rewatch. I don't know. This is silly to me. But if y'all like it, if y'all want to see me working, you have an appointment on Monday. Yes, I do. And reply with a C to confirm. Yep, I want to get my teeth cleaned. So previously I downloaded the UT Guard check-in data. There it is. And there it is as a TSV. So basically what this is a list of every image. There's finals of dark mode. All I need to do is show in Finder so that I can see that folder, okay? And then I'm gonna open Photo Mechanic and literally just drag that folder over. Now it's here. And now I need to go in and go to Edit, Settings, Set Autocomplete. No. Edit, Settings, Set Code Replacements. And make sure, so that's the last thing that I selected because that is the name of it. And so I'll go in and check and make sure that it's gonna do this. So I'm gonna click apply. It does. See how it puts her name in there? That's what I want it to do. And so what I'm gonna show you how this works. So if you click into your metadata template, I have this set up equals bracket, not bracket, but whatever the funky looking bracket is, file name, bracket equals. All right. And I'll show you what this file looks like. So literally it is the image numbers and the people's names. Super simple. And it's saved as a TSV, a tab separated value. And so then in your settings, for code replacements, so settings, set code replacements. Delimiter characters equals, okay? So when you put in the equals mark and then whatever you put inside those curly brackets, is that what they're called? The curly brackets, you put file name, it's going to look for a file name in that TSV, in the spreadsheet that you upload. And whatever is in that next blank to the right of the file name, it's going to replace it, okay? So in my case, I have their first name, last name, comma, their grade level. So sophomore, junior, senior, freshman, whatever. And now I can come in and I can select all, okay? Wow, you're not seeing this, are you? Are you seeing this? Are you seeing this? Why is it not showing you? Weird. It's like it's stuck. Hold on. Do we make this work? Oh, that's funny. It's like Lightroom is stuck on the screen for you guys. And I don't know why. That's very interesting. It's very interesting. I wonder what the stream looks like. Let me go check it out really quick and just see. Did we get all discombobulated? Let's see. Yeah. Interesting. So that's it's just like locked on the screen. I'm sorry about that, guys. So you can't see what I'm looking at right now for me to show you. And I don't know why. I think it's something with OBS. So let me go into my sources, right screen, let me change this really quick. There we go. You got it. Okay, so basically what I was saying is you click on edit, settings, set code replacement. No, yeah, set code replacements. I'm hovering over the wrong thing. I don't know if you can read this, but it's automatically reload code replacements files when they change. I've got that checked just so I can change that file and it'll automatically reload it. Delimiter characters and equal sign. Okay, let me show you why that matters. Because in your metadata template, you're going to put equals and then that curly bracket. That makes sense. And then the end curly bracket equals on the other side of file name. So that's what I have set up there so that when I click, see there's nothing in keywords, okay? But when I click apply metadata template, it's going to apply that, but because I have a code replacement set up, it's looking at this tab separated value file, and it's going to magically put in the name and everything right there. So I'm going to exit out, say no, and then select all, apply metadata. It's going to apply all. Man, that quick, I'm telling you. And it works fantastic. So I open the first one, I fix my eyes over here to the left, and then I'm just going to hit this right arrow key, and I'm just going to watch and make sure I don't have one of my file names in there. And I'm just going to blast through them. And no, I don't. We're good. Some people have 5 or so. So now those are loaded. Now it's super easy. You can close Photo Mechanic. You're done with Photo Mechanic. Like it's that simple, really. Okay. Now let me go. Let's grab these. And I'm going to drag them and use keywords. There we go. So now all of those are uploading with their keywords. And so inside of Photo Day, I won't have any in here now that don't have the keywords. I'll show you what I mean in just a second. Let's let these finish. Almost done. Okay, now it's done. And now we're gonna pull this drop down and see it's still loading a few of them in there. So 74. I think there were 74. There were. And none untagged. So that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So now every single one of those is tagged to the appropriate person. So they all have their dark mode photos loaded up in there and they are appropriately tagged to them. How did you know who to tag them to that quickly, Kevin? So super easy. When you set up Photo Day for the event, you get a roster ahead of time. You upload that roster to Photo Day, and then all you have to do is check them in using Photo Day's Capture app. It literally, hey, what's your name? Click on their name, snap a picture of them with your phone. Doesn't matter what order they're in because Photo Day goes in and magically with unicorns or whatever finds their face based on that image that you snapped with your phone. It uses this facial recognition. It sorts them all, and then you can export a CSV file of the image that you took matched with the face and the name that goes along with that face. So it's really great for being able to tag stuff that quick. You get a nice spreadsheet very quickly. Okay, so that's kind of it for what I'm going to be able to accomplish right now. I have that set to launch tonight. I think everybody's going to love those pictures. I do need to go ahead and set up the next thing to run. Let's see here. close Photoshop beta. Reopen Lightroom since I closed it down a little while ago. Because what I need to do here is I've got Midway Basketball that I need to get all their pictures squared away. So the easiest way, the quickest way to do this is not to go through and do them in Lightroom. Show you what I'm talking about. If you try to go through and tag these in Lightroom, you're going to end up very quickly bogging down. Okay. So after a few, you're going to bog down. See it? It's already bogging down. Like I'm tapping the button and it's just not going anywhere. So the easiest way to do this is to just come back and say show in Finder, open up Photo Mechanic, drag that into Photo Mechanic. Now you've got all your pictures here ready to go. All right. Sorted file name. What? My capture time. About that. All right. And we can just, I'll keep hitting this until it bogs down. No, I'm just going to hold it down. Again, these are raw files. And when I did a Photo Mechanic trial years ago, I was wanting it to do this, and I wasn't sure that it could. And so when I downloaded the trial and I was able to get through whatever I was editing years ago, or culling in a matter of minutes, I was like, you know what? It didn't bog down, but I just wanted to show you like how far I got. Like I got all the way down. There it is right there. There's the one I was on. So I'm going to go back up to the top because it'll tell me. It went through 467. There's no reason you would ever fly through that many, but it can and did, because it's awesome. So it allows me to go through and cull super, super fast so I can get to the next thing. And so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go through and cull these because I can do it like really fast. Nice. And I'm really not being super picky about the ones that I keep, because Photoshop is going to knock these out. Photoshop usually does really good with my knockouts. I like that one better. I did let them do like a few extra if they were seniors. That's just typically what I'll do. There's Coach. Good job, Coach. I try to only snap one of each person unless I think they're blinking. And then I'll grab this, not one of each person, one of each pose. And if I catch them blinking, then I'll grab, another one. Her hair made the kicker lights not even show her face at all. It's fine. This makes it like really easy to go through these and really quick. So like these are the same, but they're different images, but for some reason, oh, it's because I imported them twice. That's what happened. Yeah. Dang. Wonder how many others I got in there like that. Yeah. Oof. Can't believe I did that. There can't have been many. Oh, there's too many. So I'm going to do this and that. Find. There they are. Yeah. Oof. There's a bunch of them. All right. So delete. Because they're duplicates. I don't want them. All right. Let's go back to all. That's why it was messed up in the file name thing a little while ago. Now let's make sure we got all the ones that we want. Oh, I didn't have her take her hairband off her arm. I should have. Missed it. Yeah. These are almost the same. They're not. This background music's not terrible, you know? Like, I'll take that all day. Good. All the coaches were good. Yeah. This is part of the boring thing that I do. Because it's just literally I'm culling out pictures that I don't want to keep. And you know, it takes a little bit. What I really need to do is get these done though, so that I can start the process of them being knocked out while I'm gone. And so I'll literally just leave that running. No, I'm not keeping that. Keeping that. Keeping that. Keep that one. There we go. Nice. I like doing the dark mode thing. They love seeing those pictures, and while they usually don't want to buy those as an 8x10, like I was saying about, you know, the UT card, they're not going to buy those as like 8x10s or anything, and I don't expect them to. What they are going to do is they're going to buy all the photos because they want those included with them. Mom wants the pictures to share, and the kids want the pictures to be able to. I'm not keeping any of her facing that way, because I like these much better. Yeah, I'll keep that too, whatever. Mom wants the good ones to share, and you know, the kids want the ones that are fun. You know, I say kids. Most of these are pretty much grown ups. Good job. I like her hair back better. That was a one shot. That was a one shot. Love it. Oh, fantastic. She did really good with these. I don't know which one of those she'll like better. But again, if you're paying for knockouts, it matters how many you're giving. If you're not paying for knockouts, To be honest with you, it doesn't matter. You can give extra pictures in the gallery when you're not paying for knockouts. And while we're here, I'm going to crop this. I don't need all of this. I need them about right there. Maybe a little bit wider. That's about it. I do not need more than that. I'll keep this one too. These are so silly. It's fine. There it is. Like, I know we got one. She was laughing because when she did one of them, it hit her hip, and she wasn't happy about it at all. That's a good shot. I really like that a lot. Let's make it a little more. Yeah. Some of these guys couldn't spin, and it shows. But we'll keep the best one. Take it. Wish I had him cross his legs, but it's okay. I thought these were really unique. But something the coach kind of came up with. He came in and he was like, "Yeah, how about XYZ? You know, let's put him in a chair, blah blah blah." And I thought it was really. He didn't say blah blah blah, but I thought it was a really great idea. Um, yeah, it's something that I might do going forward. The chair's a good look. Not halfway done. We're doing good things. We're gonna hop off here in probably 20 minutes. Um, but I appreciate you stopping by. If you're watching this, if you're not watching, then I'm not talking to you. Um, but if you are watching, man, I'm just trying to get through some basketball pictures. And guys are awkward sometimes. It's really fun. But I have a photo shoot this afternoon, so I'm gonna have to break off here pretty quick. Got to get some grub. I like that. That's fantastic. You know, as is. Don't need to do anything to it. And I rate it. I did. So yeah, this is just my work day, man. Not doing anything special. Just hanging out. Not trying to change the world. Maybe a little bit. No, not really. Changing the world at all. That's good. He got a good one in there. I'm gonna include them all. Why not? You guys are silly. You guys are silly. A little soft in the back. Probably because I focused on the front guy and not the middle. But that's okay. Serious and a smile. Good. I think the big thing about these is getting them to look like they're posing for a picture without making them look like they're posing for a picture. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But like they don't want to look like they're actually playing. They want to look like they're posing, okay? But not posing in a bad way. There's a fine line, man. There's a fine line. So I got to be careful when I'm shooting these that I'm not making them look cheesy. You know what I mean? Yeah. And that I'm getting the pictures that mom wants to see, number one. And I'm getting the pictures that the kid wants. Even though when these guys get in front of the camera, they don't know what they want. Just to be honest with you, like they don't know. Most of them are like, I'm only here because coach told me I had to be here. Which is fine. Coach did tell them they had to be there. Some of them though, they just didn't understand the mission. Some of them, they got the mission. And we're gonna get epic pictures that make you look heroic while you're holding the basketball. Basically, I feel like it focused on the ball. That's good. That's good. Nice. I was like, give me a scream. Dude, he knocked it out of the park. Which is a baseball term. But who's looking? Who's counting? That's it. Give me that smile. That's what mom wants to see. Don't like it. If any of those work, I'm gonna keep one of them. 6-7. I'm so tired of hearing 6-7. Are y'all tired of it yet? Let me know in the comments. Are you tired of hearing 6-7? It's overdone. You know what I mean? It's like so yesterday. Same with all the buzzwords, you know, after like a week of using them. Seriously, a week. I've been over it that long. It's still funny when the kids say it, but it's not funny because it's not that good of a song, actually. A terrible song. I don't even know if I could call it a song. It's barely music. Hot take. Hot take. 6-7 Doot Doot by Skrilla is not that great. Dude sounds like he's whining the entire time. Seriously, whining. And like, I've got 3 kids, so I know what whining sounds like. He still sounds like he's whining. Sorry, not sorry. Which is also old. Oof. There you go. He was like, I don't want to look like I'm playing basketball. I'm like, well, then don't look like you're playing basketball. Give me some dribbles for the camera. For the camera. And you never know, like, when you've taken that picture that mom wants, you never know. Because I've had parents buy the pictures that I thought were throwaways. Seriously. And it just baffles me sometimes. I mean, it's good. I'll take it. But it makes me go, why did they want that one and not, this other one that I absolutely love or whatever. Yeah. So that's it. So now all the 1 stars are chosen. So these are all the ones we're keeping. So there's 546. And so now what we're going to do is refresh metadata. So read metadata from files. It will update those, and then I will export them. It is 11:46. So here in just a few minutes, I'm going to be leaving, but I'm going to edit these pictures real quick. Why? Because I can. I exported all the dark mode video pictures already. I really don't need those. I'm not going to knock them out. I'm just putting them in the gallery as is. Come on. They are going to love those. So really, I should not have selected any of the dark mode pictures because they usually don't knock out well. Sometimes they'll be okay. Sometimes they're fine. Usually they don't knock out very well. Yeah. 6-7's over. It's not funny anymore. What's the next thing, man? What's the next thing? Who knows? Somebody's going to say something and it's going to be like the next big thing all of a sudden. So I tell you what, while we're here, we're going to get rid of the dark mode because I don't need them in my way. It's fine to do these like this because it won't take that long to go through. And because like I've already got them exported, so like I don't need all of these also going in the gallery as knockouts. Doesn't make sense. Not putting them on a bunch of backgrounds. But after I get back from my senior photo shoot tonight, I am going to I'll put that one in there. Fine. I'm gonna go ahead and finish these pictures. Won't be live streaming that just because it'll be in the evening. And probably I say evening, late evening. It'll be nighttime. And I don't want to wake my daughter up because then I get in trouble, man. You don't want me in trouble. But I think I will start live streaming during the workday. And then, oops. I'm just rating these a 0-star. You're wondering. Shout out to Midway High School for letting me do their team portraits for all their sports. Football, baseball, softball, track and field, golf, basketball, soccer, you name it. Done them all. And I really appreciate them bringing me along for the ride because it's been a lot of fun. And, you know, kind of seeing these kids grow up over the last couple of years and get ready to graduate, kind of depressing. So I have a preset. Let's see. There. And it looks really good. So we're going to keep that. I have one more kiddo to add. At least I think I do. Let's see where he's at. Here. It was a makeup photo shoot. Yep, here he is. Don't want to rename. Or do we? What do we name these? Midway basketball. Midway basketball 25. Underscore. Back here. Import. I do want it to rename. But I want it to rename specifically Midway Basketball 25 underscore sequence dash file number suffix file name. Yeah, that's what I want. And I want to put it in banner shoots. That way I can find it, import, and then I'll just grab all the pictures that I need of him. I don't like doing it out of this where it automatically takes you to your previously imported. So I like saying go to folder and library, and that way I can just grab them from there. There we go. This is fine to do if it is just a few pictures, you know, to do them in Lightroom. Okay. Get these and take them here. Oh. It's because I need to rename them. midway there was 788, so I need to rename these. Start at number 789. Dang it. Midway dash basketball underscore 25. No. Dash 25 underscore sequence file number, file name. Done. 789. Let's go. Okay, now we should be good to go to drag them in there. They should be at the very end, and they are. Now I just need to grab all of his pictures and apply the green screen to it. They're good to go. As long as the greens look like they match, I'm happy with it. And they do. Perfect. Export all of these as... I have all these presets set up. Y'all see that? Good. Export all of these as face recon. I'm going to click export, and then I'm going to throw them into, it's asking me what gallery I want. And I have a face recon gallery that I just double clicked and shouldn't have. That's okay. There's nothing else in there. So basically what it's doing is it's exporting like really small versions of these. And then I'm going to export again, and I'm going to choose full size to edit. And instead of to retouch, I'm going to say, yeah, to retouch. That's fine. No, yeah, to retouch. Can't think of what I'm doing. Sorry. We're going to say export. And it will put those inside of this folder in a new file called to retouch. In a new folder called to retouch, rather. Yeah, these would be good. Here they are going into this to retouch folder. So all I've got to do after this is let Face Recon do its thing, number one. Download that CSV file, number two. Use code replacements in Photo Mechanic, number three, step three. That gets all of them tagged with their names. Then, and only then, can the knockouts be done. So I might not be able to get to them before I go on this photo shoot, but I should be able to get to them tonight. And maybe the knockouts can run while I'm... We'll see. I mean, I kind of like this. This is good music, man. Okay, so I think that's where we're going to leave it. All things considered, I have gotten a good bit done. I was working pretty hard before I started the stream, and then I was like, you know what, let's just start a stream. I think it went really good. I have a photo shoot. It actually doesn't start until like 3:30. But we've got hair and makeup starting at 2. So I have to be at the studio for that, which is about 40 minutes away, depending on traffic. So I'm gonna have to get ready and grab a bite to eat, and then head to the studio to get the heat turned on, because it will be pretty cool in there. It's only 57 degrees outside, and I don't want it to be 57 degrees in the studio, if you know what I mean. So we are gonna have a good session today. Come back home, finish off these pictures tonight, and then hey, tomorrow I'm probably gonna live stream again. There's no reason I can't. So tomorrow's Friday, November the 14th, and let's go for the Workday live episode 2. How about that? Right. So today we're working on midway stuff. So tomorrow we'll probably start off the day putting together banners for midway, and trying to get their gallery launched, as well as I've got another gallery for an elementary school, and oh gosh, I've got another gallery for Bearden Youth League that I've got to get out. So I'm going to be trying to get all of that out tomorrow. So pretty excited about all that. All these are going to be launching right about the same time. Again, UT Guard, if you're watching or you are part of the UT Guard, your stuff is launching tonight. It's going to be online like in a few hours. I think I set it for 6:30, so it's coming soon. And then if you're with Bearden Football League, the Youth League football, your pictures are going to be coming out probably tomorrow. I'm going to try really hard to get those out tomorrow. Midway basketball, yours will be coming out tomorrow. And Calhoun Elementary basketball, yours will be coming out tomorrow as well. Yeah, lots of fun. Got lots of fun things going. I might not be able to get all those done tomorrow. I'm going to work, late into the night tonight. We'll probably start live streaming around 8:30, 9 o'clock tomorrow. Just try to keep the beat going and keep rocking on. So, hey, appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate you watching this. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. And thanks for joining me for my work day, man. I'm gonna go have some fun, get some lunch, and have some fun on a senior photo shoot in a couple hours. So maybe I'll take some behind the scenes stuff so I can show you. But hey, appreciate you joining me, and see you guys in the next one. Kevin out. Bam.